Good morning, everyone, and also Madam Aisha. My name is Ong Hwovi, matrix number BB192111 and 46. In this task for organizational challenge, I've picked lack of communication. So in this video, I will provide 5 causes, 3 effects, and also 3 solutions. So let's jump straight to it. Number 1, the causes is employee mistrust and low morale. Employees often want to be the one who get engaged. So when they're engaged, they will feel connected. They are part of the organization. Where when they're not engaged, they'll tend to suffer, unhappy, and feel disconnected, which leads to lack of motivation and will to work harder. But if they're engaged, they will willing to work harder and smarter for an organization. So when there's no mistrust and low morale, they don't engage to each other. They don't talk to each other. They don't have communication to each other. So these are one of the causes. Second, bad relationship worker. When workers don't get connected to each other, it causes to misinterpretation which question intent and motive. The lack of being respected, the lack of being listened to will lead to negativity, which means that sometimes when an employee, they don't feel like they get respected, they don't tend to talk to each other. They don't want to get talk to the person who feel like they're being disrespected to, and this will causes they find a way to revenge. They do it directly or indirect. Which, as example, if I don't feel respected by you, I will do the same to you. I won't respect you either. I won't talk to you. You don't talk to me, I don't talk to you. This will cause the lacking of communication in an organization, which is a big problem. Number 3 is the graphene effect. A graphene effect is an expression that defined as rumor will go through where gossips and uninformed information will spread. So people want what they want. No, it's us. No, we want more. So they will assume that something bad happened if they didn't get what they want. So we'll just assume that gossip about them, misinformation about them has been spread around. So this problem will cause us that lacking of communication. When they assume that rumors about them has been spreading by a certain person, they will tend to not to talk to them. They don't want to talk to them because they feel like they're the one who've been spreading the rumors, the misinformation. So if manager doesn't proactively talk about these issues to the employees, it will cause more and more problem, and lacking of communication in the company will get organization will get even more. The problem will get bigger and bigger. So number 4 is different in perception. We as people, we have different culture, we have different background, we have different perceptions. So if a supervisor and a coworker want to execute a plan differently, they have a different perception. So they will tend to fight with each other and feel like they are the one who is right. They are the one who had a better idea. So they're trying not to talk through it. Instead, they're just trying to keep it to themselves and feel like they are the better one. They have the better idea. So a group of workers who will feel less valued imagine if a supervisor feel like their idea is better than the coworker. So the coworker will feel like he's being less valued. So that will cause him try not to talk with people about it because, I'm being valued less, so maybe I'm not part of an organization. Maybe people don't want to talk to me because I'm not as valued as I am. So that is a problem. Conflicting views, different perception, different backgrounds. Number 5, which is also the last one, is poor leadership. Communication in workplace will deteriorate if poor leadership happen. A good leadership will try to engage as much worker as they can. They will talk to almost everyone, every single one of them about their problem, about what they want in order to get their work done quickly and nicely. But poor leadership don't care about their people, but let them do themselves instead of helping them. Because a good leadership should help them instead of neglecting every single of their employees. So poor leaders are more indecisive and unable to inspire them because that was what poor leadership is. They're indecisive, they can make decisions, they don't care about their employees. While a good leadership will make a decision and decide what is good for them, what is good for the organization. So next, I would like to talk about what is the effect of lack of communication in an organization. There are three effects that I can think of in lacking of communication topic. So number one is stress in workplace. Without proper communication from above or manager or supervisor, workers or employees tend to think that their work need to be done urgently. There will be need to be done all their to-do lists. So they will causes them to feel tension, overwork, or even stress. This kind of stress can be following them for a few days or few weeks or even few months, because they think that their job need to be done quickly, even though it can be done by next week, next month, or even next day. So they'll be thinking that, oh, I need to be done everything because my boss didn't tell me when does this work need to be submitted before due date, when is the due date. So this is one of the problems. It will cause a stress in workplace. So number two is poor customer service. If an employee didn't have access to the information needed, it will produce a bad quality of work. So low employee morale is felt by the customer during the interaction. So because in order to produce a quality of work, we needed information from different department, from supervisor, or even between co-worker. So if we don't have communication between these people, how do we produce a quality of work? We can't. So this is one of the effects in a lacking of communication. We will give a poor customer service. So number three is lower employee productivity. So poor communication in a workplace can cause this lower productivity. This is because employee didn't have access to the knowledge from the coworker or even your boss who had a better experience. We don't have access to information, just like what I mentioned in the second point. We don't have access to resource that we can use in order to produce, in order to increase our productivity. This will end up these employees or workers to lose their passions or their will to work hard or to perform in the organization. They will feel like people don't even care, my boss don't even talk to me, my coworker didn't give me the resource I need, the information I need. So what for do I need to produce this kind of work? What for do I have to sacrifice my time and my energy for them? So this will cause them to lower their productivity in an organization. So that's all for the effect. Now I would like to talk about the solution that I can come up with in lack of communication in an organization. So first of all, is communication is a two-way street. We know that people often just receive instruction instead of asking question. We need to know that communication is a two-way street. We receive and we give. We can't just expect our manager, our supervisor, or our boss giving instruction to us and we receive it without giving back, without asking them how it needed to be done, what is the best way to do this way, and so on. We have to be in an active dialogue and make it as a regular basis between employees and the bosses or supervisor in order to shorten the gap between them. Instead of thinking that they are above us, therefore we have to just receive and listen to whatever they said. So according to research, 12% people quit a job because of bad pay, bad salary, while 75% people leave a job because of bad relationship with manager. So we can know that in order to establish a good relationship with manager, we have to communicate with them, talk to them in order to establish a good relationship. Number two is don't mix work and personal information / problem. We have to be more professional in order to produce a quality of work. So because some employee doesn't like to mix personal problem and also personal information. because it will detract from professionalism in office. Gossip in workplace leading to decreased morale, accusations, and also harassment. So in order to like overcome this lacking of communication problem, we have to like avoid personal problem as a work problem. Let's take an example. Just because I have a feud with you personally, let's try not to bring it to work. Because when it comes to work, we have to be professional. When I wanna have information, I wanna access to this kind of thing, I still have to ask you, and you have to like give it to me, because we have to be professional and forget whatever personal problem that we had. So this is the second one, and the third one is recognition and positivity. This doesn't just need to become from the boss or supervisor or manager. It also can become between coworker. We have to be more positive, giving recognition. When our employee or coworker produce a good quality of work, we have to give them a recognition. We have to praise them. Oh, you have done a good job, so they will feel like they are part of the organization. So they don't feel like they have been neglected. Because when people feel neglected, they don't tend to feel like talk with each other. So in order to go for an extra mile, we have to help build a good relationship or trust between employees and also with the manager. So that's all for me. Thank you very much.